This is our biggest buy list submission of all time. We're paying them around $10,000, and it's full of Pokemon, handhelds, and a ton more. And we're going to be opening a box from Venezuela as well. So let's unbox this, and we can talk about a lot of updates that are happening to our site. But first, as you can see, right off the bat, you're like, this doesn't look like a $10,000 submission. Just wait. Just wait. But, I mean, we can't just, gloss over all this glorious GameCube. Yeah, you can start to see. Don't pan down there too quick. Don't pan down there too quick.
So this is a lot of GameCube stuff. One of the updates is we're actually adding every single GameCube title to our website.
Every single GameCube title will be on our site with offers, including all of these and much more. I don't know how many GameCube titles there are.
586.
Something like that. And there's, some more and we're already doing consoles and controllers on there. Everything GameCube will be available to sell us, including those and everything in this box, which, by the way, they didn't pack it like this. It was well bubble wrapped. We just unwrapped it for these purposes. Okay. Yes.
Also, I don't have any idea how many GameCube games there are.
Okay, I don't know. That sounds right. I don't know. We bought a complete collection before.
Yeah, I feel like it was 500 something.
Yeah. But just don't mind me. I'll just take out that. This is like the ideal submission.
Lots of Pokemon.
There's lots of Pokemon GameCube.
Oh gosh,
tons of
you told me not to
handhelds.
look in the box though.
I told you not to look in the box.
So in addition to all of this cool stuff, and we're adding, again, all the GameCube, we're also adding the entire PS2 library.
Yes, and I'm personally really excited for that. I love getting in and selling PS2. It's like nostalgic for me because I was a PS2 era boy. I also just love it from a collector standpoint. Like, I love the look of all the titles. It just, I don't know, something about PS2 I really like. And it does really well for us. People really like it. I feel like we're in that. I mean, GameCube, PS2, same era. So we're just kind of in that collector era where a lot of people are looking for PS2. So I'm really excited for that.
Wow.
And we'll have everything on there.
A lot of good stuff.
Obscure, high-end to low-end, and everything in between. All the popular stuff we're going to be paying really well for.
Now, we're buying that stuff already through our collection submission feature, so you can just copy and paste your price charting link into our website, and we'll get you an offer. That tool is going to be even better to where I think you just get an instant offer. You don't have to wait for an email or anything like that. You can just see your offer, and then we can talk from there. One of the reasons why we're adding all of these is because I think, Alex, we're going to be adding everything to our website, so you can just build your collection in there.
Yes.
Why are we doing that? Just to make it easier for everybody. We're trying to create the best product as possible.
I went on this a little bit of a journey. I wanted to see what other buy list sites were like. What did they offer? How easy was it to submit a collection and all that? And I found a lot of good things. One thing I found was we have a great site. We have a great site and great offers. Are we the best site for every little interface? Maybe not. Do we have the best offer on absolutely everything? Maybe not. But overall, we offer great prices and we have a great site. But we're going to continue to do that like the instant offer. You are no longer soon, you're no longer be able to get an offer through your email. It's going to be instant. You're going to put your price sharing link in, and right then and there, you're going to get an offer.
That's just something we wanted to do to make it easier. We put a lot of money into making sure we have the best tools. And again, not one site is the best. Not one site pays the best for everything across the board. It's a mix and match.
Yes, and I will let you know, like you said, PS2 and GameCube is just the start. We just wanted to get the ball rolling. We are going to be adding all DS, all 3DS, all N64, all Game Boy, and so on and so forth. Every single title for all those systems are going to be on our site, including CIB Retro.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I will let you guys know that is the plan for the future. Among some other awesome updates, we want to make our site as easy as possible with almost zero friction on your end. As much as we can do that, it's going to be this year. Our site is going to flourish 100% better than it is right now. I promise you that you guys are going to like it, but let's just look at this bag. What do you say about this bag?
I mean, I like Pokemon. How many games are there? Can we dump them all out?
Yeah, let's dump them all out.
Okay, I actually want to see how many there are here. Maybe we can get them all laid out and organized while we go along. But shout out to this person. Again, they'll be getting $9,000 for of this stuff? Or is it it's close to 10,000?
It's close to $10,000 now. There are, we'll just mention there are some things that don't quite meet our condition guidelines, so there might be some deductions. But I'll let you guys know. I can say this with certainty. If you send us this much, we're going to be a little more lenient on our deductions. All right, we want this kind of partnership, so we don't want to just let it slide all the time. But if you can get us this much Pokemon, we're gonna hook you up. We're gonna hook you up. All right, we want this partnership to last. So if you can get this much Pokemon, reach out to me and we'll make something happen. I wish there was emeralds in there, but I sound silly even saying I wish there was something else in that stack. I'm not gonna complain about that.
And with this bag, it's just even more
Goodness.
Pokemon. So let's lay all this out. But one of the questions is kind of why. We want to serve you guys best. Since day one of this business, we have always said we want you guys to do what makes sense for you. Sometimes that means not selling to us. But for people that maybe don't use price charting or Game Eye or some of the other tools out there, we're like, how can we kind of build a tool to merge the gap for people that maybe haven't entered their collection into price charting? If you do, you don't have to add stuff manually to our site. You can just send us your link. We're like, how do we make it as easy as possible for absolutely everyone and provide just the best service and product we can, which is why we kind of went down the rabbit hole of like, what do other, buying platforms do? And we're uniquely positioned to not just sell on Amazon, but whatnot as well. And that's where a lot of people don't consider their 1 or 2 CIB game collection a collection. So that's why we're like, okay, how do we bridge the gap there? We don't want somebody to have to go all the way to price charting, add their couple games, then submit us the link if it's like 2 complete in box and 64 games. Like, that's just kind of a waste of time for them. So if you really want, you can add all of your stuff to our website. It's stored there, and then you can kind of take our offer, and we think it's probably the strongest offer you're going to get. In fact, I would say we know because we did a lot of research. We even built a tool to help us track pretty much almost an itemized sale thing, and that took a long time.
Yes.
So that's the reason why we're adding all PS2 and GameCube. We know our margin on that stuff across pretty much Amazon, but certainly whatnot, to where we know we can pay you the best for it.
So something we're trying to put our money where our mouth is we tell you that we buy everything. And upon my research of going undercover to a lot of other companies, is a lot of people are unwilling to do a bulk collection buy. I submitted a price charting link to numerous people. They said they couldn't use that link. I had to submit everything individually. So we want to have the best of both worlds on our site. If you want to submit everything individually, you can. If you have a link and just want to submit it that way, so you don't have to list everything individually, because you already did it,
You should can do double the work.
Yes, so we do buy everything, and we can buy it in bulk. We're not going to pay the same on a Pokemon game as we do an Intellivision game.
There's a reason we have a box of Intellivision down there and Pokemon on its own shelf.
But there's a reason it's here.
Because
we bought it.
Buy it. Yes.
We bought it. We buy it. The offers, obviously, it's going to be lower because it's less popular. We just have to have better margins on those things. If you have a whole collection where you have $100,000, you have a ton of Pokemon, you have a ton of Game Gear, you have a ton of PS2, we'll buy it. We will buy it all. We will take it all. We pride ourselves.
We're really proud
Yes.
of our service.
Yes.
Doing this kind of like made us happy that we can buy as much as we do,
Yes.
because we were shocked at kind of the size of businesses that wouldn't take a certain collection with stuff. And I know that's vague, but like,
I had a big company that told me that they wouldn't do anything over 100 items.
which that's
That baffled me.
That's
To be
kinda
honest,
silly.
that baffled me. I mean, that fits in like a medium-sized box here. Could you imagine if we didn't receive any collection larger than a medium-sized box?
I mean, that's all one collection right there.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. That's a lot more than 100 items.
Also in the collection, there was like an item or a few items that like big new sealed like a console in it. They wouldn't take that.
They didn't want
Which was odd.
It makes sense though.
it's
If a
like-
business is an Amazon business and they just can't deal with that and they don't have like an eBay side of
Yes.
things, that's where we're like, we have outs for everything. Like we have a sales engine for everything, which I'm really proud of.
And again, like there are items like that in collections that I'll be like, can offer you much. Like, do you want to just do an offer for these items, I will do that. But if someone wants to sell the whole thing, we'll still buy it.
Yep.
But we just might have to lower our offers.
Yeah. And just on those items.
And just on those items, yes, not the whole collection. That's why we do our offers on an individual item basis. That's why we do the price turning link, so we can see each individual item and offer percentage based on that. It's not a bulk collection buy.
That's pretty.
I mean, this backpack's probably the biggest punch. I don't know.
I mean, I don't think we've seen a submission
We've never
at
seen
this scale. Like,
No.
maybe we've seen one that has a lot of DS games like this.
I think our biggest submission ever before this was like a $5,000 payout.
I think you're right.
So this is like, I think this was like $9,400 or something like that.
And
And we still have a lot of value to go.
let's
Like
get to
there's
this.
3 Pokemon stadiums there. And so I just want to know where this person, like, where did they get this? This is crazy stuff. Like, I don't know if we've ever gotten this in as a buy list submission.
Yeah, we get it in collections.
Yeah.
But this is an important note. If you are submitting a collection through a price charting link, your offer doesn't change. Like, if you have items that are on the buy list, that's factored in.
Yes.
So, like, a lot of people might be worried, like, oh, this is on our buy list, but I'm submitting it through a collection. Are you paying the same? Yes. Yeah, it's baked in. So you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to split it up. You can submit everything.
That's a good point.
Again, another thing that we're, like, super proud we do, because it doesn't seem like many do that. Man, this is a great submission. There's even a Game Boy Micro in here. Again, we'll have to go through the condition and verify that everything's working and some other stuff, but look at this.
Look at that.
My goodness. We have 2 of these
The red.
and
the
one
red.
of these.
Like-
So, like, this kind of stuff I would consider, like, we can sell it on Amazon, but I would consider selling it on Whatnot, because people love Pokemon stuff.
Yes.
We
People
should
love
certainly
handhelds.
Consider it.
Yes.
And we're paying, I think, an amount to where we can still make a little money on Whatnot, and it makes the community happy. That's the other thing that we've kind of not necessarily shifted, but been a lot more conscious of, is what are some things we can do just to make the community happy. So
Yeah,
this month on Whatnot, or this past month on Whatnot, by the time you guys are seeing this, we started absolutely everything at $1, and we're probably just going to continue doing that because we're keeping track of, like, our sales and a bunch of stuff in a different way.
I think the proudest thing we've done this year, which is crazy because early January, but we worked with our website developer on doing a sales tracker for Whatnot. So almost every game we sell on Whatnot now, we track it and the price it sells for and a percentage based on price charting that we get. And I'll let you guys know, there is a belief out there that we get 150 to 200% of price sharing on every item we sell and Whatnot. We now have the definitive proof that that is absolutely incorrect. It's average. It's around like 92%.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Which it's been that way for a bit. I think it even
Yes.
dipped to 87% in early January of last year when we had a worse system. But now we have a good system, and that's why, again, going back to the PS2 thing, we can pay as much as we do, because PS2 is averages closer to that 100% range, to where we can confidently go, okay, we can pay up for this stuff. People clearly want it.
Yes, this is why it's important for you selling to us to know that we're doing that, because that gives us more buying power. Like Sky Guy said, this has made us want to put every PS2 title, because we found out people really like PS2. We want more of it, and we can pay better for it because we know it does well for us, versus before we just had to guess. We didn't exactly know. Now we have every single platform, and we can tell what everything goes for.
I'm gonna grab the box from Venezuela, but the way to simplify everything we're saying is we want to pay you the most we can while also selling the audience the most they want. And so that's why we're setting up all these systems and spending thousands of dollars to develop systems to do that, so that we can pay you guys truly the most we possibly can while still being able to provide for all of our families, but also to give the buyers and the collectors out there the things that they're actually seeking. Going back to the Intellivision example, there's not many people collecting it, so we don't necessarily target it. But for PS2 and GameCube, people love it and they can't get enough. Why wouldn't we do our best to try and get more by paying you guys more, or buying collections with more of it, targeting that kind of stuff? But for this collection, Alpal, we had paid.
I hate
this.
that you're using scissors.
I couldn't find one of these, so.
We have 200 of them.
Yeah, you're right. So this is from Venezuela, and this submitter has been a longtime partner with us. So much so, I think we have paid them over $200,000.
It's close. I
Close to
did the math.
$200,000.
So it's funny, this relationship, I reached out to him randomly. Didn't know it was going to become anything. We did one deal, and now he is our #1 seller. We've done close to $200,000 worth of deals with him, which even factoring in collections, I think that's #1.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
crazy.
Minty Dwight?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
You guys don't know who Minty Dwight is. Scroll through our videos and find out.
I'm trying to get all these out. I don't want to open up the box upside down, but there's like some N64 in here.
It's just
and some-
always good.
Lots of GameCube, like all this stuff. So we want to reward repeat submitters. So like we have plans in the future where maybe we'll do some kind of rewards program thing on our site. I think that'd be pretty fun. Special promos, or like if you're a new submitter, how can we do promos to where we can just pay you more for your first submission, things like that. So if you're interested in that, maybe let us know some of your ideas. Getting a new space will also help because we can actually potentially offer shipping options in the future, have some kind of UPS integration on our site so you can buy labels right through them. How cool would that be? We would love for that to happen.
Yes.
But man, I'm just trying to pull out all the GameCube. There's a lot here. My goodness. Oh,
There is,
there's
and
some
there's
PS2.
more. Pokemon. Here. I mean, we get so much Pokemon from him. Very grateful for it. And with talking about promos, we are actually doing a promo for the month of February. We will send you an extra $25 on your first submission over $250. So if you send in a submission that is at least $250 in the month of February, you will get an extra $25. Just our way of saying thank you, trying to maybe some people are on the fence with sending in, maybe they have just that much and they're wondering, well,
And we came up with that number because it's about the average submission value.
yeah, we're kind of playing around to see our average submitter and what they do, and we just want to bring a few more people in the door.
And reward our existing people.
Yes, obviously the bigger submitters are just going to be, hey, an extra $25. I've been doing this anyway. It's just a nice little free thing I was going to send already. So
There you go.
there we go, an extra $25. Well, this stuff is here, as you can see. We buy a lot, and we're continuing to buy more, for more, all the time. But let's go upstairs and look at a couple things that are changing. So this is an area for me personally that I can't wait to move because I absolutely hate putting tables in front of these glorious shelves. I absolutely hate it. Drives me up a wall. I don't have a better solution at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't knock us for putting tables up here. It just makes things easier.
We
but
will
I
have
hate
to
that
probably
we do it.
like clear this out as well because we're gonna film up here tomorrow. So that's gonna be
Good.
something we have to do.
I do think something we fall into is that probably these bins, stuff in them hasn't been touched for weeks.
Yeah.
We bring stuff up here for the shows or whatever, and then it sits up here. We just need to get better at, if it comes up here, if it gets sold. If it doesn't, it moves back down. I'm excited to have a whatnot station that is on the ground level.
Yes.
That is very exciting.
So-
As you can see, something we're trying to do more on whatnot is plan out our shows and have a certain amount of games themed for each show. So today it will be GameCube and N64. That is the theme. We'll be running all these, and then we have everything here that will be sprinkled in. But we just want some type of direction for our audience to know, okay, I know this will be here,
Yeah.
and then other stuff will be sprinkled in.
Because that's something historically we have done a good job at and a bad job at, and sometimes we were frustrated with the results of auctions, but it's our fault. We weren't like giving people an idea of what to expect in an auction. Like, why would if I'm just a GameCube collector and I don't know if you're gonna run GameCube because the thumbnail picture has a bunch of Xbox, well,
Yes.
I'm not gonna come. So there's some other stuff that we want to do to make like your whatnot experience better. So we actually have a bunch of changes that might be live by now, but I'm gonna be moving this whole monitor. We have a second Stream Deck system. We're gonna get some more fun graphics and like rewards things going on. I'm so excited for when we get a new space to actually be able to build like a cool whatnot studio where like we have lights programmed in for certain
Yes.
things. Like I'm gonna have a heyday. So one thing that we did recently upgrade is our labeling system.
Yeah, it's just a little change that took us way too long.
So
to do.
originally we had those boxes that were numbered 1 through like 400, and we put the item in there. Now we're just going to go ahead and label them. I'm actually going to get this set up to an Elgato foot pedal. Not a sponsor. They're sending some stuff to us, which is super cool of them. Love Elgato stuff. This entire system is Elgato cameras minus this one and all the lights and Stream Deck, everything. You use one.
Yes.
They're great things. Maybe we'll have a promo for them in the future. I don't
I
know.
hope so. I hope so. I'd love to work with them.
But I want to get this set up on a foot pedal to where we can just push the foot pedal and it will print out your things. So over on this computer, we actually have.
By the way, I just want to note real quick. You guys see this whole setup? Can you imagine that it was sometime? Was it last year, where we were just using a phone?
My goodness.
Was it last year?
I think it was early last year. We were just using a phone. Like, yeah, we had a phone on a tripod right here.
Yes.
We were just showing off stuff.
So
it's changed a lot. We now have a 4-camera setup with a bunch of switches, but we also need more space to make this more efficient. I want to try and get a new table right here to be a little bit longer. I want to get this on a standing table. What we really want is for this type of shelf, we're going to have these just kind of off to the side in a separate room, or maybe like even behind us, but they can roll.
Yeah, we're gonna have them on casters so we can plan out a show and roll this out and then roll the new show in.
We can just roll it to the shipping station because these are the exact same shelves that we have downstairs for shipping. Or imagine, like, we just take it, it sells, it gets numbered, it goes over here, and then it can just be rolled over to the shipping station to be shipped. That's going to be a ton of fun.
Geeked.
I know, and like I'm nerding out about all the different stuff we can do with OBS and streaming. Like, we recently got a message that was complimenting our Whatnot auctions, and I won't say exactly what they said, but they said that they were the best out there, and I would agree. I think for video games, we have one of the coolest setups, and we have the most fun out of anybody. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to be doing a show today. I'm excited. I haven't done a show in a while.
We do pride ourselves on this being not just a selling platform, but a streaming platform. We have a sales mindset, but we also try to have fun with you guys and understand that there is a large percentage of people that just come to hang out.
Yeah.
And ask us questions,
and then
to talk with our community, and win giveaways, because we have such a generous community that is constantly blessing the chat with games. It's such a fun thing that we get to do this. I can't believe it wasn't part of the business not too long ago. It's crazy. But then also something we did, I think Skylar mentioned, is we're doing dollar starts on everything. Mm-hmm. And on the selling side, it is so much more free. Mm-hmm. Like, we still have to have things are not going well, we have to shift up and everything. But starting everything in $1, it's like, how is that freeing? Well, it just is.
Yeah, like, let's say we're selling Pokemon ZA. Starting this at $1 and just letting it go for what it goes for is a lot easier than me trying to sell this to you at full price, because you want a deal, right? Like, you want a deal, or you have a coupon. And so just mentally it frees up a lot so that we can communicate, so we can have a fun time with you guys. And that's why it's also so important for us to know our numbers, and why we built out this new system to track things. So we're not being negligent with our business, because we still want to be very honoring of, being profitable. Like, our job is to make the business money, and in return we are rewarded by getting more money.
If everything goes for 50% of price sharing this month, we will stop running things at $1.
That's the honest truth. Like, I don't think that's the case, because I think people are more excited at dollar starts. Like, if you saw your holy grail item, you see one of these over on eBay and the starting bid is $1, you're telling me you wouldn't be pumped versus seeing that listed at $7,000.
Right.
Like, so that's kind of the mentality we're trying to have. Another random thing, we're doing so much with cards. Like, we're trying to push more into cards on this channel. You guys have probably noticed. So let us know if you're in the cards camp or the games camp.
That is a future update on our site, to be able to make it easier for you to sell us your card collections.
Yes, so we're working on that as well. Lots of updates going on that we haven't really been able to talk about until now. But we are buying more cards now than ever. We're selling more cards than ever. We ripped like 4 ETBs the other day, and that was so much fun.
Gosh, if we were booster boxes, I would cry.
Do they have booster boxes?
Yeah, Always Guys has a booster box.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's worth like $2,200.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, because we have a case of them. Anyways, I'm really excited about the future of this space and potentially what a new space looks like. One thing I think we can grow in, maybe in the next couple weeks, Alpal, is fixing this area. This area has kind of changed to be I think, totally unutilized. And I think some of our headache here that we feel could be solved if we use this space better. Because like it's kind of shifted to have cards or like duplicate items or like stuff that we might decide to sell. Like it looks like we have a ton of Crown Zenith ETBs that people have been selling us. So like being able to just reach over, grab those. I want that to be more of the case. Because a lot of this stuff like isn't super high dollar necessarily, and it's taking
this stuff
up valuable
isn't really
shelf space.
It's from a different point of the system that we no longer do anymore.
Yes, it's like old system. So
Yes.
like I want to incorporate what we have here, maybe over here, even if it just means like we have another. I don't want to add another one of these shelves.
I was thinking to potentially do that again because here.
I do think we should clear off like that shelf and just put like one of each bin on it.
Yeah, so you guys wonder, it's like, well, if you're starting everything at $1 now, why do price tiers? Well, there's a couple things. I think if we continue to do this, our price tiers will change. But the reason we still have price tier bins is to know what we're grabbing. For instance, if we're doing a big show and it's really hype, I don't want to be grabbing $10 games.
Because people are there for nice
Because
CIB
people are
retro.
there, we want the sales to be, we're a business. We want the sales to be high when we can. So we want to know the value of the things that we're grabbing from. That's why I think long term, I don't think we'll have like $10 spreads. I think it might be like 25 to 50 and 50 to 100 or something, like smaller tiers that make it easier on us, but still have a general idea of what we're selling.
Yeah, one of the other things that we do is we do scan the games that we can like into this new system so we can still see the price. But sometimes on the back end, like if we're having extra help or just other things where we might need to teach somebody what to grab, this is just a foolproof way to do that. So that way we have help, or maybe even a new person in the future, I don't know, being able to go, hey, I need some games worth like 40 to 60 bucks. They go, I know where those are, and maybe learn along the way. But for me, like there's no way, well, I've kind of learned a lot of these now, but let's say Wing War, I wouldn't know that this is like roughly an $80 game.
$65 to $80 game, yeah. I wouldn't have no idea.
Yeah, so just being able to reach in a bin and at least know a general idea. So say it's worth 80 bucks, say it's gone up since price charting. I know even if we get 65, we're pretty much happy with that, and the buyer certainly is. Because we want to make you guys as happy as possible as well.
This also goes to our new system that we developed early last year, was to not have expensive games sitting in bins.
Yes.
If you remember, I found a sealed Pokemon Black in a bin that had probably been sitting there for months.
Probably a year.
And that irritated me to no end. I was like, okay, this is not happening anymore. And that's kind of what sparked this system. So we still want to do this because we do have a lot of tiered bins on the shelf downstairs. But what we don't want, we have a good amount of like $10 to $25 games downstairs. What we don't want is we don't want 10 bins downstairs that are worth $80 to $100.
Yeah, that's a lot of money tied up in the business.
That is a lot of money tied up. So that's another reason why this system still makes sense for us to do. But yes, currently this system where we're placing everything is not working. So we haven't done an update video in a while. I mean, we're very excited for what this year is going to look like. We have a lot of plans in our head of business, YouTube, and everything in between. But we always want your guys' input on what you think. Like if you have any ideas for the business or a new setup or just video ideas, like what do you guys want to see on the crew channel? Do you want to see more Pokemon? Do you want to see more unboxings? I literally just saw a comment today that said, I love when you guys go to game conventions, but I love seeing collection unboxings. That's great to know that people still like that, because sometimes like, I don't know if people like unboxings. But so just continue to let us know. We'll continue to keep you guys updated as we continue to grow. And that's going to be about it for this one.
I just made a change. It's right there.
Oh. The toilet.